Hey guys, welcome to Traditional Bow Hunting Wilderness Podcast. This is Jason Samkoviak. We're out here on my porch. Beautiful rainy day. I put a lav mic on, so hopefully you're not going to hear too much of that rain on the tin roof, but you might hear a little bit just to be a faint background noise, which is kind of nice. But perfect day to make a video that I've been wanting to make on our different bows. So we're going to start out with the bows that Tina has. Now Tina shoots a compound as well, so does Bella. But this is her newest bow. This is that one that I got from Chris Rhino over there. He sent this to me to do that review on these bear quivers, that bear quiver, the grayling quiver. And Tina loved this bow. He sent me this bow to put the quivers on. She loved the bow and the quiver so much that this is the bow that I bought it for her. So I bought the quiver and the bow itself as a setup for her, but this is hers. And she shoots, and this is a what is this one? I know it's 45. It's a 58 inch, 45 pound at 58 inches, but this is her Grizzly, and she loves it. Like I said, just got this year, but that is her in the yard playing practice bow. She hunts with her compound mostly, but she does love shooting this bow. So that is one bow of hers. The other recurve she has, now we've bought and sold a lot of bows over the years, but these are the ones that stayed here. This is mainly her bow fishing bow. This was Tina's first recurve we ever got. This is the Dream Catcher by Martin. Was her first traditional bow we ever bought her. This one is 45 pounds at 60 inches, a 60-inch bow, 45 at 28, and Tina draws about 26 and a half, 27 inches. And this has been mainly, like I said, her bow fishing bow for quite a few years. We've had it for a long time. Beautiful bow, just a gorgeous bow. As you can see, all the detail in there, but fantastic setup. We use those traditional gadget adapters on there with a retriever reel right on here. That's how we usually use those, but those are her recurves. And then we have this one here is my daughter's. This is Bella, Samick Sage, that she's hunting with. She's killed deer with this bow. Love this bow. These sages are fantastic. Her quiver set up on there, it's a boa quiver that she's got on there, glove that she shoots. This is 40 pounds at 28, 62 inch. And like I said, she kills animals with this thing all day long. And I'll bet her draw length's coming in at 30 something pounds kind of a deal. But fantastic bow, great condition, great bows. These Samick Sages are nice. So she has that. And then throwing stuff around here, I got a lot of bows here. This was Keegan's Samick Sage that he hunted with. And another fantastic one. This one is 45 pounds on these limbs. But this is his sage. Great northern quiver on there. And just a fantastic bow. Again, the Samick Sage. You love the sages. They're just amazing. They're for the money, you can't beat them. We also have another set of 45-pound limbs that we can put on Bella's as well too. But I can't say enough good things about the sages. They're excellent quality bows. And so we have that. We have this one, which is very near and dear to me. This is the one at Keegan. This is his first traditional bow. We bought this at a garage sale. I don't even know who makes this. It looks very bear-like, but I don't know if it is for sure. It is 45 pounds. It's a 52-inch, 45 at 28. He painted this to match my Mamba recurve that I will show you. I've showed you in other videos too. But this was his bow. You can tell he shot the crap out of this thing. I mean, this is all he did. When we bought him this bow and he painted this up, that kid would have this thing strung every day. He would be in the yard shooting at chipmunks, shooting at squirrels, shooting at anything he could find. Stumps. He shot this bow so much. It's unbelievable. And like I said, it's one of my most prized possessions is this bow right here of his. So we have that one. Now, going back, what we have now that Bella is, pregnant, we got Ronan, my grandson, coming pretty soon. We're going back. We never got rid of these, but both kids started with these. This one here, actually, I don't know who made this. Who was Windstorm Archery is who made this. I bought this about probably, I would have been 18 years old, 19 years old. So 30 years ago, I bought this bow. I bought it actually for a girlfriend back then at the time. And then when we broke up, I kept it. And, but it is what is it? What does it say on here? Yeah, it's a chipmunk version. It's 70 pounds at 24 inches, 54 inches in length. Just an absolute little adorable longbow, and perfect for the kids, and they just loved it. And it's also got a very neat feature on it here too. You can see, if you look on there, look at that signature. Oh, come on, focus. Signed by Fred Asbell. I had him sign it at when we bought this bow at the Kalamazoo Traditional Bow Show. He signed this bow for us. So it's signed by him, which, is great, especially with, unfortunately, him just passing, but it's a nice little memorabilia piece. But it is also the bow. It's beat up like crazy. I mean, the kids were kids with it. They throw it down on the cement, all that kind of stuff. But 17 pounds at 24 inches, 54-inch length. This bow is the bow that, like I said, kids will start off with. Ronin will start off with. I don't know why my product selection thing here is not focusing like it should be. There we go. But just a great little bow. And again, there we go. Just flawless little perfect bow. Windstorm Archery. But had it for, like I said, 30 years. And it's a great bow especially for them for learning. Then from there, we have this, which we bought my daughter when she outgrew that. We had this one done. This is by Black Rhino. Black Rhino made this bow. And I can't remember who he is, but I know he's somebody he just got something else going on too. He used to make these. He's slipping my mind, but he's real big in the traditional world for sure. And he was making these. This one here is a 48-inch. It is 20 pounds at 22 inches. So a little more punch than that other bow, but and it's a little, 48-inch. But just an adorable little, perfect little bow. Again, nice, simple little, longbow setup. And they go from that one to this one. Then from there, they can get into the Samick sages and things like that. But just a adorable, very functional, cute little bow made by Black Rhino. And I don't remember what year we got it, but it has to be given the age of Bella. I'm going to say we probably got this 15 years ago, 12, 15 years ago, somewhere in that neighborhood. And but it's been a fantastic little perfect bow for them. So that pretty much covers the bows that I have that we still have for the kids and for Tina. But keep in mind, we've sold. I think Tina's been through 2 Robertson recurves as well too that we've got out of there. Now for myself, I sold a ton of mine, but I still have a few left. I have my original Martin Mamba. Okay, this is the first traditional bow I bought in 1994. You can see the specs on there right there, and I will pull that out of the way. But it is a, it's 58-inch. It's 60 pounds at 28. I draw a 27 on a recurve, and this was the bow that started it all for me. Again, I painted it. I painted my limbs here because it got too shiny. You could see that the black just got a little too shiny for my liking, so I painted it up like that just to kind of tone that down. So I'm gonna get rid of a little of that gloss. That was back when I thought that stuff mattered. Way back in the day. Obviously now I don't think it means anything whatsoever personally, but that is also the same concept that led Keegan to do this with his and make his. Now I just put a couple splashes of black and gray. He went all detailed with leaves and ferns, and he did his upright. But that is that Martin Mamba that started it all for me, which I bought in 1994. Might have been 93. Could have been 93 or 94, one of those two, but that's when I bought this bow. And what started everything. I've bought and sold a ton of bows since then. This one here will never leave. I will never get rid of. My grip is actually, like I said, it's just about wore out here. I don't shoot this bow as much as I used to. We're going to pull the grip right off because it's just a rubber inner tube grip. That's all I use on them is rubber inner tube, but this one's been on here for 20-something years. But this bow here is a Jim Reynolds #1. Okay, Jim Reynolds longbow #1. Very mild, slight reflex, deflex to it. Not like as aggressive like the Moabs and stuff like that. First longbow I ever got is this bow. You can see on here, it says right on there too, it was a gift from John to me for helping build his house. When he built his house, he bought this for me. This is my first longbow. This longbow changed everything for me. I took this to the range that same day he got it. We both went there, and Royal Oak Archers, we were shooting up there, and I fell in love with this thing immediately. I ordered another one just like it. That other one I've already sold. This one I'll never sell. But this one here, 63 pounds at 27 inches, which was a big drop for me because at the time I was shooting a 79-pound Robertson recurve, and it set, at 27 inches, 79 pounds. So dropping down to 63, you know, made a big difference. It went down a lot in weight, but I loved it. It was just an ultimate bow. This is 62 inch right here, and I can't remember the woods that we got in here. It looks like that looks like Bacote, and that looks like elm is what I'm thinking I'm seeing in there. But just a great bow. I wish Jim still made bows. Like I said, these are such fantastic bows. So that was my first longbow. And then from then, like I said, bought a ton of, I've owned a bunch of Robertsons, a bunch of Brackenberries, I've owned a bunch of bows, sold all of them. I kept those two for nostalgic purposes. And then we have my first ever bow that I got from Steve. This is my first Baraga right here. See tips on there, overlays. I'm going to put that cap back on there. But right here, beautiful bow. And I'll dive into the colors and what you got on here. But this one here is 60 inches, 57 at my 26-inch draw. Right there like that. Just an awesome bow. I don't remember what wood this is. Again, this looks like cocobolo. And this looks like a elm, not an edge grain elm, but another flat or elm in there, I'm assuming. And bamboo cores, I believe, are what's inside of this. Don't quote me on that. I'm not real good with the woods anymore. But this bow here was the first one I got from Steve. I just had to put a new plate on there. Put a new resting plate on there not too long ago. I don't shoot this one quite as much because I don't shoot... I shoot his classic model longbows a lot more now. But I love this Baraga. I'm not getting rid of it. This is 60 inch, so it's short 60 inch. 57 pounds at my 26-inch draw, which is what all my bows are now. But just a fantastic... very mild R&D bow, very mild reflex detail, and the quality, the fit and finish on a bow made by Steve Touhy, you just can't beat it. Nobody, I don't think there's anybody in the world that can beat the quality and the fit and finish and the attention to detail is what Steve does. I don't think there's anyone in the world. Now, I'm not saying there's not great bowyers out there, because there most definitely is. But I don't think there's a person alive that can do the quality that Steve does. That's just, again, maybe my opinion, but that's how I feel. Like I said, he builds some of the nicest bows ever made, in my opinion. And that's why I still shoot them and always will. But that's that Baraga from him. Then we come to my first ever classic, which is beautiful here. This is a classic from Steve, my first hill style longbow that's on here. And what we have is we have no limb tips. We got to change the setting on this camera real quick, though. Hold on one sec. We're running out of light, getting dark. Hold on. All right, that's better. Sorry about that. It's starting to get a little dark out here with the cloud cover. But anyway, this classic, there is no limb tips on there whatsoever, which I like. It does have the power wedges in there, the red that you see in there. And this is spalted maple, I believe, is what these veneers are on here. But they are just awesome. I love the look of this bow. It was my first ever classic. Bamboo cores. This has got a, I think it's a Bacote as well. I think it's a Bacote riser. Here's the specs on there too. Same thing, 64 inch, 57 at 26 inches. And just an excellent, actually that goes this way. I should be showing you that way so you can see it better. But just an awesome, awesome bow. I mean, I loved it. The second I shot it, I fell in love with it. And I've been shooting the classics ever since. This one here, no exception. Like I said, just an absolute beautiful, beautiful bow. It's been shot a lot. It's, like I said, I can't say enough great things about it. It's a straight limb design. Okay, I love the classic straight limb. No reflex, no deflex, and a straight grip. Okay, no locator, no nothing, which is not a bad thing. But if you look at the Baraga, you can see the difference in the limb shapes here. If I put them side by side, the Baraga has that curl to it, that reflex and deflex. Let me get it, hold it here out of the way. So you can see, and then that classic is straight line, straight limb. And you can see in the grips, the difference in the grips here, the locator grip versus the straight grip on there, so it makes sense for you. But I love the classics. This is all. Once I shot this bow, I never went back. I'm like, no, I'll never touch another R&D bow. I won't shoot recurves anymore. Once I went from a recurve to a longbow, I was like, I'll never go back to a recurve. Once I went from an R&D bow to a classic hill style bow, it's like I'll never go back to a R&D style bow. It's just the way I work. And this classic was the one that started it all for me. Put a lot of animals on the ground with this bow. I love this bow. So this is that classic. And this next one that we have, and I make all my own stringers, my own designs on them there, so they fit good. I'm so sick and tired of the junk stringers that are available, so I bought the leather, bought the tools, and make my own so I don't have to deal with the stuff that's out there. But love that bow. It's one of my favorites. Then I had him build me a second one. Another one, which this one's covered in mud all over the place still. All kinds of dirt and mud on it, because I brought it when I was down here. I used it last time I was out. But this is also a classic. This is a clone. This is the same thing. This is 64 inch. It is a 57 pound at my draw. Same exact thing. It is the same exact bow is what that is. No difference except for the wood choices. And I honestly couldn't tell you what these woods are. I don't remember. But it is beautiful woods. And same thing. We have no tip wedges, or I mean no tip overlays. We have the red power wedge in there. Okay, so sweet and easy. Again, amazing fit and finish. Other side, belly side. Just an awesome, awesome bow. And that is my other classic, so that is the another straight limb bow. And then we have the one I shoot now all the time, which is my other classic. This is also same exact thing. This is 64 inch. Move that away, 64 inch, and it is 57 at 26. Same exact kind of thing, but this one is olive ash veneers. Very, very pretty. This one has a gloss finish on it that I toned down with some steel wool to kind of get rid of the sheen and the shine on it, so it's not too obtrusively shiny. But it is a glass finish or gloss finish on here. But I straight up love this bow. And as far as to my knowledge, I haven't had it, never noticed it give me away on anything. Usually it's wind that busts me. But just straight up beautiful olive ash veneers. Inside and out. Other side. Just a gorgeous bow. Perfect, again, fit and finish. The quality of this thing is just phenomenal. Same kind of deal. We are running the, just the power wedge in there. No overlays. And my same stringers design. Straight grip, which may be kind of hard to see with the quiver, but there it is. Straight grip right there. Running a great northern quiver. This is olive ash veneers, bamboo cores, and zircote riser is what's in this. But I love the contrast of this bow. I love the look of it. And that's basically the setup. That is, in that quiver, is the one it is a tribute to my son right there. And it actually has his ashes inside this quiver. I have a vial filled with his ashes just stuck up in the end of this, so he's always out there with me. And so that's kind of the setup there. That is the bow. The quiver is actually my Great Northern, but like I always use, but I do modify mine to a 6 arrow. I've shown you that in other videos. So you can see I actually have 6 arrows in here. And I fit 6 arrows in that hood quiver, and there it is. But that there kind of goes to show you all of my bows and what I use and why I use them. So it's pretty simple, but that's the stuff we have here. The only exceptions to that are the 2 compounds for Bella and Tina. And then Bella has she is using a Martin, I don't remember what it is, but it's like a Cougar or something. It's a Martin Cougar that we bought on clearance that she uses as a bow fishing bow. And then there's another one of the same ones that's at 50 pounds that her fiance uses as a bow fishing bow that was Keegan. So other than those, but this is all we have left. Everything else has been sold. It is gone, and I don't need any more. I already have an order in for 2 more bows. That order is subject, though. That order is basically to Steve Touhy, and it says to him, and he has it, but it says, before you retire, whenever that day comes, before you retire, we are fighting numbers here again. Hang on. It's getting darker and darker and darker here. Let me see if I can change that while we're on the fly. There we go. But it says on there that The order is to him, and it just says basically, before you retire, I want 2 more 64-inch classics, and I want him to be pulling 50 pounds exactly, 48 to 50 pounds at my 26-inch draw length. So sometime before he's done and retires, whether that's 5 years, 7 years, 10 years from now, I don't care when it is, but before he's done, I want those 2 bows. Those will be the 2 bows that I grow old with, and I start shooting 10, 15 years from now. So other than that, this is it. I'm not buying any more bows. I don't need to. I have every one that I need right here, actually, that's for another video I'm going to be doing on clone bows, because you did hear me say that all of these, okay, every one of these bows that I have, which is all of these, are all the same exact poundage at my draw length. They have the same weight. They shoot the same arrows. There's reasons for that. I have another video coming out pretty soon that will be why I run clones on bows and a bunch of different things. We're going to cover that. But for right now, this pretty much covers that. This is all the bows we got in the house. Hope you enjoyed the little show and tell. Thanks for watching.